back. It's your girl Jazz, and as always, yep, you guessed it, I'm hungry. So today, kind of did a little pit stop. Wasn't really planning on doing a review exactly, so, but yeah, here we are. So, like I said, I always wanted a drink, but I seen a commercial for these little beauties right here. Oh, you can't see them. Hold on, let me open the packages for you. I didn't want them to get cold, so I had to get it fresh. Look at that. It's the new Sonic Philly Cheesesteak. And this is supposed to be the spicy one, at least I'm assuming so, considering the fact it has jalapenos all over it. I haven't had a Philly in I don't know how long. It's been so long. Ironically enough, I was craving one. I'm a little disappointed in the fact that I did not even see this on the menu whatsoever. I didn't expect it to see, obviously, on the print, you know, the standard menu part. But in the middle where they have, you know, specials going on or, you know, new products, blah, blah, blah. I didn't see the Philly cheesesteak. So, luckily, I went ahead and I asked, and they still had them available. So, right off the bat, I'm obviously going to start with the spicy one because that's the one I grabbed first. One thing I think is funny is they Sonicified it. And you're probably like, what? Because, you know, I like to make up words. You know I do. They had to add the little tater tots to the top. Okay, I may have had it sitting a little there for a little too long, so the tots ain't the freshest. I put the blame on myself for letting it sit here while I basically got ready to do the video. It was more of a mental preparation just because, like I said, I wasn't really thinking about doing a review. I just came here for a drink. Well, I was just a little thirsty, you know. But I figured since I didn't see it on the menu, I'd ask, and I don't want to miss out on the timing to review this, so I went ahead and I ordered it just for you guys specifically. So like I said, we're gonna go ahead and try this out. The bread is really, really soft. It doesn't exactly look like it would be the softest, but yes, it is very, very, okay, well, except for the end right here, because probably closest to the air. But as it cools down, yes, it is gonna get harder because just taking it out, it was really, really soft. But it's kind of hardening up a little bit, so kind of sucks. I'm gonna try the meat just by itself. So it's kind of shredded. It doesn't exactly look like it's sliced, but it's some nice good pieces in here. I don't see from the little pieces that I'm seeing right here, I don't see a lot of gristle, which is great because I don't want to feel like I'm chewing gum while I'm eating my food. And yes, I sadly would know exactly what that's like because I chew a lot of gum and I put it on the side of my plate and I forget it and I mix it in my food. Confessions 101. Ooh. So it has that typical Philly flavor to it, which I like. A little pieces aren't as tender as I would like. But I am going to grade it on a curve because it has been sitting out. It hasn't been sitting out, but it's been in the bag for, I'd say, at least 10 minutes before I started recording. So I can't, if I would have taken it right out of the bag, obviously there probably would have been a little bit of a difference. So I can't fault Sonic for, obviously, user error. Alright, this right here should not be in the sandwich. I don't like the long pieces. Those are just weird to me. The bun just pretty much tastes like a hot dog bun. So if you've ever had any hot dog, chili dog, corn dog, well, not corn dog, a hot dog or a chili dog here, you probably know familiar with it. I'm trying to think, is it? No, it's not actually not a hot dog bun. because it has a little bit of sweetness to it, so there obviously is something different about it. So they do have their own bun, but it does, I mean, look at it. It does look like a hot dog bun. Let's face it. If you didn't know any better and you just seen somebody bring out this, you would think it's easily, you know, a chili dog or a hot dog. I like it. A little too heavy on the cheese for me. Either that or I'm just not in the mood for cheese or for too cheesiness. And I'm pretty sure some people can relate, especially really picky eaters. If you're not in the mood for something, it just doesn't taste right. And so I think that's kind of my mentality right now with the cheese. I'm not in a really cheesy mood, other than my personality, because I really can't help it. Yeah, it has a little too much cheese on it. They do have quite a bit of jalapenos on there, which I like. And there's supposed to be another cheese sauce on here, and they have, what they say, grilled peppers and grilled onions. I don't see that. I see one onion right here. But other than that, I don't really see it too much. Like I said, I see a sprinkle, but I was actually expecting a lot more considering the fact it is a Philly. So we're going to check out the other one since I've already had my fun with this one. But I will be eating it later. So let me go ahead and bag it up. Because I don't want the bread to get any staler than it already is. Then I've already caused it to be. So I put the blame on myself. Alrighty then. So now we've got the second Philly. Dr. Pepper is the best. I don't care what anybody says. The only time I ever have it is when I go out to eat. So, obviously, that's part of the reason why I made a special trip here. Okay, realistically, it was for the strawberry limeade. But it was too limey for me. So, I went ahead and I got the Dr. Pepper. Alright, so again, here is the Philly, the regular. Obviously, no jalapenos on this one. You see a little bit more. No, actually, you really don't. I was going to say, you see more onions on there, but not really. Not too much. So if you're not really, if you want more meat versus vegetables, this is going to be a good option for you. And look how soft the bread is, because you can see where I kind of just held it back a little bit and it stayed in the same position. So that's how soft the bread is. And that's why I mentioned with the first one, I don't really blame or say that the bread isn't that great, because, you know, warm bread, you warm it up and like 5 seconds later it'll easily turn, you know, kind of that stale hard bread, you know, that nobody wants to eat. I really should have tried this one first. I read that I couldn't really find any descriptions, so I read a general, I guess, description of the Sonic one. I do know that it came out in 2019. So the description that I read, I'm not sure if that's from 2019 or now. So I will state that. But it did say that there was some cheesy sauce on here. The only thing I see is cheese. Or at least, maybe it's just cheese sauce that I'm seeing. Because realistically, I don't know what cheese is anymore. Especially by American standards. And that's just me being honest about it. Although a lot of it does taste good, regardless of whether it's cheese or not. You ever notice that if you go to the store, they don't, some of them do not have the word cheese written on it. They have American slices, they have whatever slices, but it does not say cheese on it. Go look, I promise you. Okay, so now that you've got your homework, let me go ahead and try this one out. See if the meat's a little bit tougher than I would have liked. But I think it's just the texture of it, because there's no real slices to it. Like I said, it feels like it's just chopped up. I mean, I can't really pick anything up. It all just crumbles down. And I think that's really what's giving it the more of a crispier texture to it. I say crispier because it's not crunchy. It just has like a little extra crisp to it. All right. But I like the, can I just get the bread, please? I don't know if it is a hot dog bun. You guys gotta try these. I probably, the next time I come, I'll probably get, if I'm in the mood for a Philly. Ironically enough, this week I have been. I don't know why. I miss Penn Station. Okay. I've been in a little bit of a Philly mood, so that's part of the reason why I wanted to review it today. From the Phillies that I'm used to, it doesn't compare to these because they're made two different ways. Plus, I usually get a chicken Philly, which I'm pretty sure a lot of Philly people, Phillians, Philadelphians, Philippians, whatever. You guys know what I mean. I've heard that it's not a true Philly unless it's obviously steak. So maybe I don't get a Philly, but whatever. I'm not from Philadelphia. Never have I stepped foot in Philadelphia, at least not to my knowledge, to my recollection, because I have really bad memory. I've never stepped foot in there, so if someone wants to argue with me, I'll let you win. It's not a Philly. Whatever. It's still edible. It still tastes good, and that's all I care about. You can call it whatever you want. But yes, I would definitely recommend coming to Sonic to get your Philly. I will go ahead and say that it is subject to, you know, quality. The one I came to tonight, the meat was a little bit crispier than I liked it, but overall the taste, the texture, pretty good for the most part, other than obviously what I complained about. So you gotta go check these out. Let me know what your opinions are. If you've tried it, what is the best Philly that you've ever had, and what do you put on a Philly? I personally don't do mayo. Do you? I've heard Cheese Whiz as well. What are your opinions on that? I want to hear what your insights are. Also, you can check me out on all social medias. You got Facebook, you've got Instagram, you've got obviously YouTube, and I've officially got a TikTok now. So make sure that you check them out. You can get a quick glimpse of this video. Make sure you subscribe. Follow me on all social medias. In the meantime, stay tuned. Stay jazzy. Thanks for watching, guys.